Alright guys, short message. So, sick of these depressing ass videos, guys. I just made a TikTok earlier. I'm gonna re-upload it because the heat was bothering me. But anyway, quick message, okay? Sometimes you have to get upset for things to change. And you have to get to your wit's end where you've just said you've had enough. Regardless of all the technical glitches with the weather, I ended up re-uploading my videos and it's to my liking. But I'm very particular with how I do things, how I live, all types of shit, and I make no apologies for it. So I've got to that point. A lot of you guys out here who are feeling down, feeling low vibrational, the world's on fire, you're feeling negative. I'm encouraging you guys to get back up, get back on your saddle, take your happiness to heart and your well-being to heart, and to stop settling, to stop accepting things that you don't want to accept. So this is not advice or any message I wouldn't give myself. I'm talking directly to myself, and I'm talking to a lot of people out here who I know are going through similar things. It's time to really ship in and shape out and figure something out. I'm personally tired of the hoopla. I mean, one war was one war, but now we're witnessing 3 wars, and unfortunately the country that I currently live in is funding those wars, and I don't agree with that. A lot of us in America don't like that, and yet they're still doing it. So if that's not the biggest wake-up call, I don't know what is. People, things, the governments, assholes are going to do what they want to do regardless if you like it or not. And so it's up to you to put a stop to that. Okay, it's up to you to change certain things. So this has just been a kind of like a couple, I don't know, like since the end of April, like it's kind of been that vibe of like just things happening or like realizations I've been getting. And it's really important, it's really important for people to stop just accepting bad things, accepting bad treatment, accepting living a life that they don't enjoy. I think it's far too common, and the world has gotten so dystopian to the point where people are not aware, but they're on autopilot in a negative sense. They're not reclaiming their power. They're not willing to step out and do what's necessary to get the gratification, the contentment, the joy that life should be. Like Abraham Hicks said, like life should be joyful. Like your days should be bliss. I don't feel like life should be anything else. And if it's anything else, then there are some serious changes to be made. So this hot weather, once again, I really think is like waking me up in a way where it's like, okay, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. It's not for me. It doesn't make sense for me. And I deserve to live in a weather. I deserve to do things that I want to do. And if I'm not doing those things, then it's like trying to chip at my joy. And that's a very hard pill to swallow. It makes me very upset because it's like, I know, but like I shouldn't have to live like that. But yes, change does take time. It's not always overnight, but I think that it gets to a point, and I think a lot of people, especially spiritual people, they need to get to that point where they're taking their power back. Too many people right now are fragile. Too many people right now are accepting things that they should not accept, and they're just letting people and things and places like bulldoze them, like literally bulldoze them. And I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing people cry on the internet. I'm sick of seeing people complain. Quite frankly, I'm just sick of all of it. Like, it's time to get active. It's time to fight back. It's time to stand in your power and stop settling for crumbs. So that's where I'm at. It's I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I mean, like right now, it's I don't even know how it's almost 7 o'clock at night, and I've been busting my ass, organizing my room, like throwing things away. Some days it feels like there's not enough time in the day for all the things that I have to do, and then I have to give myself grace and calm down. But you know what? Even if I do calm down, the fact still remains. You see what I'm saying? Like what's bothering me or what I don't like still is trying to penetrate like my desired reality. And so I still have to fight back against that. I still have to push back against that narrative, or it will be a perpetual thing. That's why you can't get content, because it's something wrong with being grateful, but getting content in anything in life that has an expiration date doesn't make any sense. So I just feel like people just kind of need to get out of the passive mode and get into more of the active mode and begin to make, some necessary changes. My road, my journey, my life, I don't know. Like I feel like I've already overcome a lot of things already. And I know the road ahead is going to be even more beautiful, but it doesn't mean that even though the road ahead's beautiful, that there's not going to be some really tough days and some really tough days on my body, and maybe even just like unfair situations that like I don't particularly like or think is okay. And that's normal. Like it's normal to be upset about things that you don't like. I mean, that's just kind of common sense. But at the same exact time, you can't lose focus of the plot. You can't lose focus of what's the goal at hand. You could still, have mood swings or whatever the heck's going on, but you can't let that overtake your whole day. So it's about balance. Like a lot of this is also balance, being able to balance responsibilities, balance your life goals, balance your future plans. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, oh yeah, it's super easy. It's just a breeze. It's just amazingly easy. Some parts of it are very, very smooth sailing and fall into place. And other parts you have to kind of work a lot harder at. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you have to love yourself enough to put in the work. You have to love yourself enough to accept or not accept what's going on in your life. You can't just let other people autopilot your decisions or override your opinions. Like you have to be able to have a joyous, full, healthy life. You have to be able to decipher all of that. So it takes practice, it takes patience, but while you're being patient, you still have to be proactive. You can't just be like waiting for things to happen or waiting for, the ball to drop. Like you still have to take control of your energy, of your time. So the world's gonna fucking world, right? If the day is only gonna give you 12 hours of sun or whatever, then fuck it, so be it. Is it fair? No. But if the world's gonna do petty things that annoy you or don't make any sense to you, certain things you cannot alter. Some things are a default setting. Like, you have certain times of the day where it's sunny, and other times at night when it's at nighttime. You can't control that. You can only work with what the world is giving you, but you still have to use it to your advantage. The whole point about it is using it to your advantage. So it is what the fuck it is. Okay. But if you're in a state right now where you're just watching other people, you know what I'm saying, like do their thing, but you're not like putting your foot in the gas pedal, that's a mistake. Trust me firsthand, that's a mistake. The only reason why I've been able to achieve certain things that I wanted to achieve is because I ignored all the voices. I ignored all the naysayers. I ignored all just everything possible. I had to dial into myself and ask myself what I wanted, not what other people want for me or what the world thinks of me. Like I had to silence a lot of things in order to be in my power and be in my comfortability zone. And so that's going to take practice. For some people, it's an overnight thing. Literally, like you can manifest things overnight, but for other people, it will take a longer time. I think it really just depends upon, circumstance and how much you're investing into it. Like if you're doing the work every day, then it may happen quicker. But if you're not doing certain things that you need to be doing every day to get to that end result, then of course it's going to take longer, which is kind of common sense. So I'm just going to keep like documenting my journey with you guys. Thank you guys for all the support and feedback. I really, really like it. It's great. It helps me kind of see what's up and what works and what doesn't work. And so I hope you guys really took something away from this message. And once again, if you also post videos like this, keep posting it. Like I've seen such good content today that's really inspirational. And even if you think no one is appreciative, trust me, people are. They really are. And they show it in their likes, they show it in the follows, they show it in supporting in all different types of ways. So, keep doing it. If that's what you also do, keep doing it, because you're helping at least one person out there. And that's what matters at the end of the day. So like, heart, subscribe, repost.